find us, we'll be all with braids and all hip hop style, like yo.
Talk about it, Jay.
No,
Like,
it's
yo,
funny
what's
though.
up?
It's funny they're doing everything you, but they don't want you. Like that is.
Isn't that the saying is everybody wants to be until it's really time for you to be actually a nigga? Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Korea Unfiltered. Today I have a new guest. I feel like I always start every single episode with that little I have a new guest thing. But as always, welcome back to Korea Unfiltered. To the audio listeners, I have been ignoring you guys. I'm so sorry. Because sometimes I just assume you guys can all see me. But if you are an audio listener, welcome back to Korea Unfiltered. This is I believe it's episode 7, and I have a new guest. Today's guest, actually, you don't know this, but I knew you way before I met you.
What?
So welcome, Jay!
Wait, hold up. What?
So this is Jay. Let me tell you how I knew you before I met you. I don't think I've ever, maybe I have. Maybe I have told you about this. But back in the
no.
day, you were on a Korean TV show where they were like following your life. I don't know what the
Right.
show is called. Do you remember what the show is called?
Right. I think I know which one you're
Yeah, and I
talking
remember
about.
like your life story was like freaking crazy on that show. And I was just like, wow, oh my gosh, she's Kenyan. Oh, if you guys don't know, me and Jay are both Kenyan and we're from the same tribe. So when I saw her on TV, I was like, oh my God, there's Black folk on TV in Korea. Like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So that's how I first found out about you.
Uh-huh.
And then when I came to Korea, I believe Cindy is the one who introduced us, maybe?
Cynthia, the dreadlocks.
Yes. I
Okay.
believe she's the one who introduced us to each other. And then that's how we got to know each other.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Back in the day, I
Yeah.
think when you say back in the day,
Yeah.
following me around, because I've done another one following me
Have
around,
you?
but
Yeah.
the back in the day one is called You Chip Charles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the one.
That's the one that
Yeah.
was like, everybody was like, yo, I saw you on
Yeah.
TV everywhere. Chiacho, everywhere. Yo, oh, Sergeant. I'm like, damn it.
I feel like you were probably one of the only people of color on there. Because it seems like right now, Uchip Charse is very white.
Well, yeah.
They don't have a lot of melanated folk on
Yeah,
that show
nowadays,
right now.
yeah.
So I think that's why I was so surprised when I saw you on there, because this show is very known to have a lot more white folk.
Okay.
So I was like, oh my God, look at Jay doing a little thing on this show.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to introduce yourself first?
Okay, hey, what's up? I'm Jay. I'm from Kenya, like Paris. And apparently she doesn't speak Swahili and I don't speak
Yeah,
Kikuyu.
isn't
She
that
speaks
crazy?
Kikuyu and I don't.
Yeah, you don't speak it, but it's
I-
weird. I understand Swahili, but speaking Swahili, I'm very weak at. But I'm very strong with speaking Kikuyu, but Jay sucks at
Now I
speaking
understand Kikuyu, but speaking it.
It's hard, right?
Man,
Yeah, but she understands. So when we're talking, sometimes I'll just throw random Kikuyu,
And I'm
and
like-
she'll throw random Swahili, and I'm just like, wow. If somebody was outside listening to us in Kenya, they'll probably be like, are these two okay? Like, or are they
True.
using two languages,
true.
but they're not answering in the same language?
Yeah.
It's really weird. But because I left Kenya when I was like 10, so
Oh, nice.
yeah, I never really used Swahili after that. So I
Cool.
understand it, but my parents don't speak Swahili. They only speak Kikuyu to me. So.
That's what's up.
That's
Well,
why.
my reason is, I mean, I stayed in Kenya longer than you, definitely. But my primary school, high school, when you spoke that language, you'd be punished. So we didn't speak it a lot. You get this big thing, we used to call it monto.
What? For speaking Kikuyu?
Yeah, if you spoke it, you'd be punished. So we didn't get to speak it a lot. But at home, we're speaking it. My mom, I still understand everything they're saying. But now the words they're using is like, what? It's
Like some words are pretty hard for you to
Yeah.
understand.
to understand is fine, but speaking it is a problem.
That
Yeah.
is crazy that they punished you for speaking in your tribal language.
I mean, right now we are punishing them for not speaking it because
Right. Because it's like the language is slowly dying. if
yeah,
you
it's
think about it.
really dying.
Because a lot of Kenyans either only speak Swahili or they only try to speak English.
Yeah,
Because
right.
they don't want to seem like, I'm from the village. Which I think it's so beautiful when somebody who's not like in Kenya speaks like Kikuyu. I'm just like, oh my God, you're one of me.
Yeah, one of us.
You know,
Yeah.
like, I understand. So yeah, the language is definitely slowly dying.
Yeah,
Dying. What are you doing in Korea currently?
Oh my God, that is a question I haven't been able to answer lately.
Because you do a lot.
Exactly.
You do
Like I'm like,
so
what do you
much.
do? I'm like, Wait, what am I currently doing right now?
She's
But
around the world, guys.
officially right now, I am playing baseball.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're on
Yeah.
another TV show. Tell us about the TV show.
Well, right now we are not filming yet because they're still filming the soccer thingy. But
The girls' soccer
yeah,
thing.
yeah. So they're not. We haven't filmed anything yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, my team is called SBO, and it's a star baseball organization team.
Yeah.
So we play with all celebrities. Like
Okay.
we have male teams and one female team.
Okay.
So we
Is it male and female against each other, or
no, it's male and female in one organization called
okay,
SBO.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
So the male teams are 11, and
Yeah.
we have the one female team.
Yeah.
So when we are training all of us together.
Oh,
But when we have like a Chongok Tewe match,
Yeah.
or a Yoja Yongmeng match, we only play female team.
Okay. So
But
you
when
don't
we have
like co-ed it.
yeah. But when we have like we have a different league called Yone Niagu League,
Which is the celebrity.
the celebrity league.
baseball league,
So
yeah.
now that we play mix,
Yeah.
all of us, yeah. So we just it's just fun hanging around the celebrities and training, and
Yeah.
I'm getting better training with males
Yeah.
even. So it's interesting honestly, and actually funny story. Before I came to Korea, I watched this show in Kenya called Jumong. Jumong is like this, Joseon Dynasty themed
Oh, okay. The Korean
TV
show. Yeah. Yeah.
So the people in the Jumong drama, like it is happens so coincidentally that
Yeah.
I'm playing baseball with the actors from that show.
Oh my god.
I was so excited. I was like, I'm not even gonna say anything.
You gotta act.
I'm
cool.
gonna
You're
wait
be like,
until we get,
they don't need
like
to know that I know them. You're not even a celebrity in my eyes. It's always like that.
man,
But you're,
I
in your head,
was-
you're like freaking out.
I was freaked. Like the first time I saw the actor, I was like, yo,
That's my childhood.
yo, that's you were the reason I came to Korea, yo. It's not even K-pop or nothing.
Yeah,
So
did you tell him like after the whole thing? Were you
after
like,
we,
bro.
a few training sessions together,
Yeah.
and now I was comfortable enough to actually,
like,
speak
talk
to
him
these
and be
people.
like, yeah.
So I was like, and I actually didn't do it when sober because I couldn't.
You had to like.
We went for a weshik after a match,
yeah.
and I was like, yo, by the way, da.
Oh my
Cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it's nice to. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Like, I didn't.
Like, sorry, if I tell you, you might think I'm a crazy fan.
Right.
Girl. I don't want none of that.
But yeah, so
Oh,
right now
that's amazing.
I'm playing baseball officially, and some entertainment filmings, this and that, cultural performances, because that is my visa.
Right, because you're
And,
very. Oh, the E6.
Yeah, E6, yeah,
E6 gang.
E6 gang.
I'm
What's
also
up?
E6.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I'm just hanging out, like
Should be out here.
in a buzz hyping, DJ
You
YouTubing.
are definitely. Yeah, her and the music, the Afro beats.
Oh man,
Jay knows it all.
it's DJ YouTube,
sure.
yo. It's not me. It's the power of YouTube.
If you go to HBC, you will probably spot Jay somewhere.
I am the mayor of HBC, just so you know.
She is. So if you need to know the good spots in HBC, how do you even explain HBC to people?
HBC,
Hebangcheon,
Hebangcheon, yeah.
which is Itaewon. Would it be Itaewon or outside
It's like just 5 minutes from Itaewon. I
Right,
would
so
say
it's
that. Yeah.
5 minutes from Itaewon. If you guys need to like know about HBC,
Yeah.
hit Jay up.
Hit me
She's
up.
gonna tell you what's up. She knows everything. Let's go back to the beginning when you were talking about Chulong. How did you end up getting actually like interested in Korean? And I think a lot of people don't know this. Your Korean is really, really good. Like, people think my Korean is good. Jay's Korean is super good. And every time I hear you speaking Korean, I'm like,
Yeah.
I wish I get to that level because it's hard out here, Jay. How did you start? Tell us, please.
I was actually scared when you said I mean I have to speak in English because it's
'Cause,
confusing
yeah,
for
and
me.
also, I've noticed when you speak, you mix all languages.
I do mix all languages.
Like even when you were talking, you were saying in Korean. And in my head, I'm like, girl, you notice there's some audio listeners. They don't know what you're talking about, right?
Because sometimes I don't know
everything.
the word in English. I just know it in Korean.
I have
So,
that too.
yeah.
It's understandable. Just be comfortable.
All
I'll
right.
try and translate on this side.
Subtitles, the magic of
We'll have
subtitles.
some subtitles on there. And if you're an audio listener, go to YouTube. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, how did you end up learning Korean first? Or getting interested in Korean culture?
In Korean culture, like I said, when I was in Kenya, I watched this Jumon drama, and I was trying to repeat like some random words
Right.
like Wangbi Mama, Chona. Like I was just Yeah, I was just trying to repeat, and I was like, I think I want to know what this is. So I was Googling, and I'm like, oh, it's Korea, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
In the process of Googling,
Yeah.
I saw the King Sejong Language Center had just opened in Kenya, and they were offering
What?
free courses for the language. I
How
say, you know
long
what?
ago was this?
I was like in 2011.
They opened a freaking center in Kenya
Yeah.
for people to learn Korean?
Yeah, for people to learn
never knew
Korean.
about
It's
this.
called the King Sejong Center.
Is it still around?
It is, and
Hey,
now
Kenyans, go learn.
bigger than most now.
Hey, oh, probably
It
because like
is.
K-pop and stuff like that, right?
Oh my god.
Hey, yo, go learn.
So yeah,
Oh, wow, okay.
after I found out the center, I at that time I was going to UON,
Yeah.
and on my way out of school, I passed by the building it says it's at.
Yeah.
So I just entered to actually confirm it's there and everything. So I asked them about this, and they said, oh, you can just, even the books they're providing, you just come and learn. It's just
It's
one
like a
1 hour.
free
It's a
type of
free
thing.
thing.
Oh, wow.
So I went in there, and I did 2 months classes.
Yeah.
And the head teacher, I would say the head teacher, said, yo, if you learned Korean in an actual Korean atmosphere society,
Yeah.
I think you will be really good.
Yeah.
So he said, like,
She was right. Or he was right.
he was right.
Yeah.
So he said there are some random scholarships that come out every year,
Yeah.
and you should try and apply for one.
Yeah.
So the ones I was actually trying to apply was to just come do my bachelor's, but the one that was available at that time, it was just a 10-month course
Okay.
sponsored by the Seoul Metropolitan
learning
City.
Korean.
Yeah, it was maybe more of web programming than Korean,
Okay.
but they teach you Korean in the morning and web programming in the afternoon.
Okay.
So I came here, and then I knew my thing is not web programming because
yeah.
I was doing social work in UON at that time.
Yeah.
So I came here to just do that 10-month web programming thing, and it wasn't in me and coding.
Coding
So
is
I
amazing.
focused in the morning classes, the
like
Korean
the Korean
classes.
part of your scholarship
Yeah.
is what you really
So
okay.
I focused on the learning the language and everything. By the time I was leaving, I already had level 3 Korean.
Oh, wow.
So I went back.
In 10 months.
Yeah,
That's really good.
I went back and actually got a full scholarship
To come back.
to
and
come
learn
back.
again?
So I came back right after, like 3 months later, and I've been here ever since.
That is so fascinating.
So Jumong is the reason I got to know about the
Listen,
culture.
Y'all
and-
need to watch Jumong.
Yo,
Watch
I
it.
even know what the word Jumong means. I
don't
never
even know what
forget.
that means. I'm thinking of Jamong right now. I'm thinking of
Jamong
grapefruits.
just. This is not
What
Jamong.
does Jumong mean?
Jumong is like a Hwarel Chal Sonun Saram.
It's a Jumong.
Yeah, it's like the person
Also
who
archery.
Actually,
People are
the
really good at
best. Yeah,
archery.
the
Oh,
yeah,
is
it's
it
Hwarel
Jumong?
Chal Sonun Saram. That's the meaning of Jumong.
I need to know what this means because I keep watching this
Yeah.
drama. How did your parents react to you being like, I want to go to Korea, I want to learn Korean? How was their reaction?
My mom was really leaning to no, because
Like
she
every
was
Kenyan parent,
she
to
was
be
interested
honest?
in me going to the state or the UK rather than. But then
She
my
was like,
dad,
what's in Korea?
yeah,
Korea has nothing.
yeah. But then my dad,
America's where it's at.
America's the best. Your brother's there.
And as an American,
You have family.
I'm in Korea right now as an American. yeah.
Yeah, but my dad was like, "What do you need?"
Yeah.
So I was
wow,
like,
your dad
"Yo."
was like, do whatever you want.
Yeah, and I was like, "Mom, you're struggling to pay my UON fees. This,
So
like,
why
you know,
keep doing it?
and this
Yeah.
is a full scholarship, so you don't even have to, pay anything."
Anything,
So
yeah.
I love to study, but I didn't like seeing them, struggle to pay.
It's not fun to see your
Yeah,
your
so
parents struggle. Yeah.
My dad was like, "What do you need?" And that's
Yeah.
all I needed, man.
Oh.
So
It just takes the support of one parent. to
one
be
one
honest.
hey,
Yeah.
No.
To just be like, okay, I'll go.
yeah,
Okay, so you ended up coming. Have they ever been to Korea?
they haven't yet.
Have they even ever been like, I want to go to Korea?
My dad doesn't even have a passport.
Oh.
But my mom, I invited my mom for both of my graduations.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they were both in our winter season, and she and
Oh,
cold
Kenyans
are
and-
like
yeah.
enemies.
Yeah.
She gets really
no.
sick when it's cold. So
Okay, yeah, and Korea's winter is really
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
It's not easy at all.
Yeah.
It's funny, like, because when I told my parents I was going to come to Korea,
yeah,
I came on an education basis, so they were fine. They were like, "Yo, you're going to study," because I came here first as a student in Yonsei, which is one of the top universities, right? So they were like, "You're going to study, it's fine." But I feel like my parents thought I was gonna get to an age where I'm like over Korea, where I'm like, "Oh, now it's time to grow up." My brother still tells me this to this day. He's like, "I thought you were gonna get to an age where you're gonna get over Korea and actually just, realistically speaking, stay in America and work." And I was like, "It wasn't a phase."
Yeah,
Now I'm actually living here. They just seemed to think it was gonna be a phase.
yeah.
Did your parents ever be like? Did they ever think, "Oh, she's gonna come back anyway. It's fine. She can go for now."
My mom is still waiting for me to go back. Like, okay, when I told her I graduated my bachelor's.
Yeah.
She knew the reason why it was longer. It was not just 4 years, because I
Yeah.
had to go through another Korean language training.
Yeah.
I needed a certain level to enter uni and stuff.
Right. Right.
So once I graduated bachelor's, I stayed 1 year, like, just trying to find a job and all. And then the next time we talked, I didn't talk to her within that year. So
Yeah.
the next time we talked, I told her I'm in school now. I had gotten my master's.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What school takes 10 years?" She's like, are you not?" Like, yo, mom.
I'm trying
She's
to get
still
a
waiting until
professional
today
career.
for me to go
She's
back.
like, "Oh, my daughter's coming to Kenya someday."
I'm
10
sorry.
years later, "Oh, she's gonna come back." And you're still like,
Right now, I'll be sorry, mom. Just keep waiting a little bit longer.
just wait. Just call if
Yeah.
you need me.
Yeah.
While you were in Korea, and you said since 2011, if I'm not wrong.
No, I came in 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
Bro, I was still in high school.
Whoa.
I was just listening to K-pop and jamming to K-pop
Wow.
back then.
Yeah, I came in 2012. Like, I actually landed on my birthday,
Oh, you did? Oh, that's even more special
my
then.
21st birthday.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
you were all so young back then. We were all super young back then.
Yeah.
Since 2012 and till now, 2023, so it's literally been 11 years. 2012 to 2022 is 10 years plus 1 is
Yeah.
11 years, right?
Yeah.
So you've been here for 11 years. What type of difficulties do you think you face? Because I feel like you've seen Korea come from having no globalness to it, if that makes any sense.
Yep.
Like no internationalness to Korea, to now where there's every type of nationality in
Yeah.
Korea. All type of international goods and products are in Korea now.
Yeah.
Like what type of difficulties have you faced through those 11 years?
I think if I was in this soul sides in the beginning,
Yeah. Oh, you weren't.
I
in Seoul at the
wouldn't
beginning.
have had a lot of difficulties, because Seoul was still a little bit open
Yeah.
to other cultures and everything.
Yeah.
But man, I
Where
was
were
in
you
the
first?
village,
Where?
Daegu. Wow. Yeah.
Bro, even now when you go to Daegu, you still stand out.
Of
So I
course
can
you
only
will,
imagine in
but
2011 how much you stand
yeah,
out.
nowadays there's a lot of Daegu. There was a lot of foreigners in Daegu, but
Yeah.
back in the day, man. Plus, there was a lot of Chinese and Japanese students, and now we have like 3-4 Safarians. So I'm sorry.
Stop.
We were one of the few black people in Daegu,
Yeah.
so it was quite hard.
Yeah.
Especially the first year. First and second year was really hard, and most of it, it's like they had never seen like a lot of black people.
Yeah.
They might have seen foreigners, but black people, especially. I say Daegu, but then again, Daegu city is big, so I was
You
like
mean,
an
like,
hour
yeah,
away,
outskirts
like
of
down,
Daegu,
you
yeah.
where you would smell like the cows and the
You're
chickens.
like, is this
and
Kenya?
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that side, it was quite closed off. So we would, in Korea, when you're a foreigner and you want to do part-time job, you have to at least learn the language for
Yeah,
6
of
months and all.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind waiting, because my dad, had given me some money
Yeah.
for the 6 months. But once, my language was like, yo, this is enough for me to be able to work. It was like you see like albakuham,
and
but
you're
then
just
you
walking in,
walking
trying
in,
to-
you're trying to, we're cooking on there, and then you just find your classmate from China working there. Like, I was like, yo, I thought we're
And
cooking
that's
on
the
there.
place, Yeah.
But then that was easy. That was soft.
For you, that was like
That was
whatever.
soft.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Then we got this job in an ice cream company.
Yeah.
That place was cold.
It sounds dreadful.
Woo! Hey,
I hate
you have
the
like
cold.
4 layers of gloves to package ice creams
Yeah.
and stuff. But then it was our Cambodia friends were working there first,
Yeah.
so they say, "Yo, we need people this weekend. We have a lot of packages." So we went on a Saturday to just to fill up the positions. Hey, next day, he was like, "Is there any job?" Yeah, they do have jobs. So the Cambodian friend asked the manager, "Oh, 아직 친구들 와도 돼요?" "Oh, 와.
Can my
근데
friends come?
가만
Yeah.
친구 안 돼." They were
I
like,
don't even know. I'm so surprised because I shouldn't be surprised. But oh my goodness.
yeah, they were like, yeah, 친구도 와도 돼. 근데 가만 친구 안 돼.
So for the audio listeners, basically the Cambodian friend asked the boss, "Can my friends come and work?" And the boss was like, "Yes, as long as they're not black. No black folk, basically."
Wow,
Man,
it was like,
hearing that
yeah,
sucks.
it sucks, man.
It sucks a lot
Yeah,
because it's just a skin color.
and we were the most hardworking people.
Because when we work, we work.
We work,
Yeah,
man.
when we work,
we
we
don't
work.
we don't feel this is unfiltered, but we don't filter nothing.
We just gotta work.
Yeah,
Wow.
but yeah, it was this kind of things that, and then okay, I mean, my friend from Kenya helped
Yeah.
me, link up with another boss in Kenya, and that boss linked me up with another boss in Korea in Daegu.
Yeah.
So I got a job there, but then every time I was working, it was like serving, whole serving. So every time I was, going around the hall checking if people need stuff,
Yeah.
the boss would see people staring on the window, like, oh. 거기 외국인, the boss would see people outside passing and staring inside,
Because
and
you're a
literally,
foreigner
yeah, they're
inside.
literally looking and checking who
The
who that
foreigners.
different person is.
Yeah.
So I think the boss got scared of like I
customers
think
are
I'm
not
not coming in because
you're there.
so I was thrown into the kitchen, and I was like
Holy
sorgo
shit.
jialpa. I
They
was
were
like,
literally
oh
like,
my god.
your blackness is affecting my
It is
business. Go to
chasing
the back.
customers from they're not coming in because they're seeing you like I mean it was mostly involved with my skin color
I'm
and
so
stuff.
sorry you went through that.
Yeah.
'Cause
But
that's a lot.
mean,
I mean, you're still here. I don't know how you're still here because I don't know if I would have been
because
able
I
to take
didn't I
that.
didn't really let those things bother me
Affect you?
that much.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to be here.
Yeah.
I just I needed to find something that is 이겨냈다. Like
wanted
이겨내는
to win
그거
over it.
그 힘든 이겨내는 점.
Yeah.
Like I needed to find that one 점, one good point to win over
'Cause
all
I'm
this
also thinking Korean right now. Yeah.
to win over all those hardships. So,
So you're
I
looking
made
for
sure.
that one thing that you're like, because of this, I'm definitely not leaving, even though I've went through all this type of BS and crap.
Yeah, it's not really
I'm
not living
persevering, yeah.
because of this one thing. It's not gonna be able for them to make it hard for me
Yeah.
to, So
That's
I
that's
learned the
really- yeah.
language like crazy. I started speaking the Daegu accent.
Oh wow.
That one, I started, I just going to Xijang and
Like conversate
making
with
stories with
people.
the Ajumas and like
Yeah.
and then making, the conversation just like trying to understand how they're acting, how they're talking, how they're interacting with people. So anytime I would go somewhere, they're like, yo. Sometimes I'll speak on the phone
And they would think you're like Korean.
Korean.
Yeah.
Like I would also call, yo, I saw the Alba Kuham post on your door. Are you still looking? Oh yeah. 몇 시 오세요? 인터뷰 하러 오세요. And then I went and I go,
They're like, is that the same person?
전화한 사람이요?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
저요?
called. It was me.
그래 한국말. Like 그래. Oh, like it was. So I started winning over those
People,
things with
because you were clearly trying to be a part of their culture too. and trying
I
to
was
learn
trying
their
to fit
culture.
in, and I guess I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm stuck here.
I mean, for all the years you've learned Korean, it's
I'm
very
stuck
useful
here.
for you for sure.
Yeah.
Jeez, I can't believe you went through that. I'm so sorry you went through that. And like, do you think it's changed from back then? Or do you still go to
Honestly,
certain establishments and they're like,
um,
no foreigners?
I think in terms of race, it has kind of improved. But now the thing that I would say is making them still say no foreigners, just because of the actions of foreigners around.
Yeah.
Because you want to go to a bar and blah blah blah, but then again you hear last weekend the foreigners were fighting and they broke everything in their bar. They was like, yo, if this is what you're doing, then we don't want you here.
Yeah, because they're gonna think you're part of that.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah, exactly.
also
So
not.
I think well, I don't know about Daegu right now because I left there in 2018 and I haven't been back ever since. But I wouldn't say in Soul part is more race directed, but it's
Yeah.
just more like actions. Like
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
because also we also gonna fight you if you know. But I
Yeah.
don't fight myself. But
We sue over here. You hit me, I sue.
yeah.
I will sue
But
you. Yeah.
I think it has improved
It's
race
improved a
wise
lot.
because
Yeah.
literally I would say now this area I'm at, especially
Mm-hmm.
Itaewon, Ebanchon, is
Oh yeah, it's
more
very
foreigner
open to
populated.
foreigners.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
I
Business people is foreigners.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, there's like a lot of
a
foreign businesses
lot,
there
a
now.
lot.
Yeah.
So
To be honest, Itaewon just feels like another country. It doesn't feel like
yeah,
Korea.
yeah,
Every time I go to like Itaewon, I'm like, oh, this, where are the Koreans at? Because they're barely
exactly.
there.
Yeah.
But I've been to I went to Daegu last year. I actually go pretty often. But I don't go that often. Let me calm down. I don't go that often. But when I went, I was getting stared at a lot. So, excuse me. You can tell like maybe they're not used to black folk, or I don't know. I guess they're the
Or maybe they
is what I'm trying
haven't
to
seen
say.
a beautiful black person like you. But yeah, I mean, it's still in the village. It's still in the village, so they might
But
still.
yeah, but it wasn't. I never had any person comment badly about me being black. But I have heard Daegu still has a lot of clubs where they don't want any foreigners. Like they'll clearly be like, no foreigners. Like there were these black girls who were trying to go to a club in Daegu, hip hop club, and they were literally like, no foreigners. And the girls were like, you're literally playing our music there. Like, what do you mean, like, no foreigners? And you're literally playing like black people music. That is the funniest thing ever. Every time I hear that, I'm like, shouldn't you be playing like Korean traditional music?
Exactly.
Like not black folk music. If you're gonna be racist to black folk, it's the weirdest thing. Every time I hear that, I'm just like, have you looked at yourself in the mirror and said what you just said to these people? Because it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy to me. But
And the bartenders will be all with braids and all hip hop style, like yo.
talk about it, Jay.
No, it's
Like,
it's
yo,
funny
what's
though.
up?
It's funny they're doing everything you, but they don't want you. Like that is.
Isn't that the saying? Is everybody wants to be? It's really time for you to be actually. That's the saying. You want to act like a black person, but when it comes to you actually being a black person, they're like, we don't want them.
Exactly.
We
Yeah.
don't want them out here. But yeah, it's interesting. It has changed a lot. The first time I came was 2014, and I would say there was a lot more like they don't want to sit next to you on the subway.
Oh, I left that part out. Yo, but
I've
you know what?
Something.
You know what? Nuh-uh. I left that part out, but
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a big deal. The reason I say that because I was actually enjoying the whole.
True. You know what's funny? That's why I never complain about it, because back then when it happened, I was like, that just means more space for
It
me.
means more space for me, and the way we all squeezed up in a.
I'm like, give me
Yo,
this space.
hey, and I'm the king now. What's up?
I'm like, don't sit next to me. I'm chilling. Be racist and give me the space.
Oh man.
I never really cared about that.
Yeah.
But every time it happens, like I was always like, oh, that means nobody sits next to me. Like I get my own space.
That's
now.
what's up. That's what I never complain
like-
about that. I mean, I don't know why are you running?
Why are you running?
I don't understand why you're running, but yo.
I don't know. I think they think our skin will rub on them or something. I'm not sure what they think about.
I never thought of that because I didn't see it as a discomfort.
Yeah.
It was actually comfortability
Yeah,
for me.
because it's like more space.
I mean, hey, we
especially
be
with like all this germs and stuff. Yeah, go there. Go there, please. But yeah, that was like
Yeah.
a thing in 2014. Like you would see like Anajima get on the subway and there's a seat next to you and she just looks at you and she's like, oh, I'll just stand.
just
and she
stand.
just like stands and I'm like, I'm okay with that.
I'm good with that.
Yeah,
Yo,
I'm chilling with that.
I
Go
don't want to
ahead.
be
Stand. Just stand. Have you ever had any trouble with housing? Like looking for housing?
looking for housing.
Where they're like,
No
no, we
foreigners?
don't rent to foreigners.
No, honestly, no.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean the only difficulties with housing is rent. Is high. Is high.
Korea.
It's
is
not even rent. It's the deposit.
expensive.
The key money is.
the whole deposit thing. I don't understand. Why does your deposit have to be like 3 years of your rent? Like,
That
who
is-
just saves 3 years of rent and is
Yeah.
like, here you go, sir. Yeah, that part I don't understand though. But there's a time me and Colin went house hunting and like some lady came out and she was like, no. She like looked at Colin. She was like, no.
Wow.
And she was like really disgusted too. And we were just like, well then.
You don't want
we're
our
gonna
money?
go.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was literally like nobody's staying here for free.
Yeah.
Everybody's paying bills, you know? Like, if I wasn't paying rent, then I would see why she would be like, oh, I don't want no foreigners. But yeah, it's gotten a lot better. I haven't really had any, like, quote-unquote racist run-ins in the last, like, 4 or 5 years,
For
probably.
5, yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
would
if
say
I
so too.
have, I probably just ignored it because I just don't care anymore. If you want to be racist, be racist. Have fun. I have no concern with
Have
you
at it.
anymore. Yeah, have
Yeah.
fun. Do whatever you want. And what have been your best memories living in Korea?
Ooh, best memories. Wow. Well, school life was hard in the fact that I'm actually studying in Korean, and you know how
Oh, yeah, you were.
studying in Korean is very competitive and all. So
That's why I came as a foreigner.
it
I
is
went to
very
Yonsei as a
competitive.
foreigner.
Like,
Yeah,
whoa.
it's hard.
But
very
honestly,
hard.
one of my best moments were when I was a student. Like, it was just,
Really?
it was, like I said, um, the rents and all this stuff. Yeah, when you're adult, you have
Yeah.
to take care of these responsibilities.
Of course,
But
yeah.
when I was a scholarship student, like, everything was taken care of. Like, I'm getting monthly stipend. My dorm is paid for. My
The
food
books are
I
paid
get,
for
I
too.
have, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would buy the books and stuff, but when you had, like, that freedom to just, I don't have to actually do this for that. So I was just, weekends I'm out going, having fun with my friends, meeting people. Like, we would just randomly rent a car and just
Just have fun.
go have fun, go to Moido. Is it called Moido? Like we just go around the booth and we're just having fun. And then I get to meet up these so many people, so many, like, on top of all these bad things that happen, in between I would meet really good people.
Of
I
course.
made Korean parents in Daegu.
That's
They even call my mom. They be like,
Oh,
don't worry
wow,
about
that's
Jay,
so
we take care of
sweet.
her. I like, anytime, Jay, what are you doing this weekend? I'm going out with my friends. Okay, Chakatawa. If I'm not,
Yeah.
I am going over to their house. They're taking me out.
Yeah.
I'm like, we went to eat meat, and they're like, oh, why are you not eating? I have a problem with my tooth. They
They're
use
like,
their
"That's really
daughter's insurance to treat my teeth because dental is not really covered by.
Yeah. They don't really cover teeth too well.
But yeah,
Wow, that's
best
so
memories.
sweet
I
of
was
them.
literally just, because I'm a people's person.
You are. You're
So
very sociable. Yeah.
I would say hanging out with the friends, just making, like I say, Korean parents. I was just coming to Seoul a lot, and then I met up with good people. They'd be like, "Yo, I think your life is interesting." That's how I ended up showing my life on TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that after that show, every other producer is watching that show would be like asking for my number. Then I did this show and that show and that show.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Let me just
You
take
live
a break
right.
for a minute.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
yeah,
you
it
just
was
kind of disappear from the TV
yeah,
scene.
mostly because of my master's degree. That
Bro, the
I
masters is
didn't
not
have
easy.
time and energy, and like, it was tough.
I bet.
I was supposed to read 10 theses in a week and write a report in Korean. So it was like,
In
I don't have time
Korean.
to do other things. So
You
during my
gotta
master's,
concentrate. Yeah.
I was quite closed off.
Yeah.
But apart from that, my best memories of just really visiting Jeju, Tokto,
Just walking,
all
like
this traveling around
Yeah.
Korea and just,
Yeah.
Getting to do stuff. So
Okay. Would you
Yeah.
go back to like the TV scene?
I don't mind going back, but depends going back to do what. Because
Like you would just do everything.
there's a TV thingy I was offered to do, but then I was like, this is nah, I can't
It's
do
not your
this
type of
because whatever they wanted me to do was like, it's not really
Against
true though.
It was maybe like they were trying
It
to
was
make
not
a story
really,
that was
yeah,
not your
it's not
story.
really true though. And I say that, and I usually like it when my people watch what I'm doing on
And
TV. So I'll
yeah.
share the links, and then
Yeah.
I'm sharing to people. They're like, yo,
They're like,
Jay,
"That's
what
not
did you
you."
like? Why, what?
Yeah.
Now I'm in trouble when I saw, I said like, I really cannot make it on that show,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
So it depends what I'm going back on TV to do.
Okay, that's understandable. Yeah, there's some TV shows that just, you gotta lie to get on for sure.
I mean, I don't mind lying that, I had my, but I don't like lying about my background.
Yeah.
I can say it's true that we live on trees. We don't.
Yeah, I rode a lion to school one day. My
I mean-
backyard is full of cheetahs. Yesterday, my Korean friend, I know it was a joke, my Korean friend was like, "Have you ever ridden an elephant?" And I was sitting there looking at him like,
I mean, those ones are they will nobody will know. They will never know.
"That's true." But I'm like, "Who the heck is riding elephants to school? Who's getting on an elephant?"
But
Yeah.
okay, let me tell you. Well, now you say that writing about elephant to school. There's this time I went back home in April
Yeah.
to see my dad, but the time he was in hospital, we couldn't visit. I just sneaked out and we went to a safari. Yo, we passed this area near Masai Mara.
Yeah.
and the kids, like the giraffes are just running and the kids are running to school. So you see, like literally, there's no fence. There's no fence. The giraffe are just running around eating trees,
This
and kids
is
are.
where the
I
stereotypes
had
are
the
coming
bell.
from.
I had the bell ringing, and the kids are running to school. And then you see, at the same moment, the giraffe is just running around.
They're
You'll
like,
be
let's go to school too. Let's go to school.
So I think this is where they say, "Oh, are there lions behind your house too?" Like,
that's always the question.
but it's Masai Mara, man.
Yeah, I'm like, you have to go to that area. I'm
you
not
have to
from
go
that
there.
area. I don't know what they do
Not
out there.
Nairobi.
I've never even seen a giraffe near me like that. Like, calm down.
Nairobi, the closest you do is feed them at the giraffe main or something.
You have to go to their habitats or something.
They don't come to us.
They
They don't come to us, yo.
no, like that's like back in the day. Like maybe I'd ask my dad, and he was like, "Yeah, I seen a cheetah behind my house somewhere."
Yeah.
Because back in the day, they weren't as protected. Wildlife wasn't as protected.
Exactly.
By the time we were born, wildlife was very protected in Kenya.
We have to pay to see them now.
Isn't that crazy? That we're paying to see animals that used to be in
have
our natural backyard.
The animals that used to steal our bananas, man,
Now
from
we're
the
paying
window.
to see them after they stole from us. We're literally playing to the stereotype right now. There's somebody listening, like, oh, so you do have animals in your backyard. So
But yeah.
you do have a lion in your backyard. No, we don't. We're completely joking.
We don't.
But yeah, Kenya's very fascinating. Do you see yourself living in Korea forever?
Forever? Define forever.
That is hard to define.
Well, okay, I see myself living here for a very long time before I can go back to Kenya to do what I actually want to do in Kenya. Because I have a mission for Kenya.
Social?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I feel like you're very like, I really want to help Kenya out. Like,
I do. That's the reason I couldn't change my studies. It was based on social work, specifically special work for persons with disabilities.
Right.
Because I have a brother who has Down syndrome and other problems with it.
Body ailments, yeah.
So watching him, grow up in a society, like everybody's staring, everybody's, looking down on him, everybody's like, yo. So I didn't like seeing that. So I'm just want to change something for. If it is too late for me helping my bro, it's not late for just innocent kid who's just. So yeah, my final goal is to actually make a rehab center for persons with disabilities.
Yeah.
I have worked in a few in Korea, and I actually really now believe like disability is not inability. They have so many things to do for people with different, there's so many things to do. So I want to make just a rehab center for those people, train them how to survive in a society. Because if you don't have one hand, you have another and a leg and a mind,
You can always do something
There's
else.
always something you can do with what you have.
Yeah.
So we train people to actually put them back in the society and be able to support themselves.
Right.
So that is my ultimate goal, and I've been, doing volunteer in these rehab centers in Korea, just watching what they're doing, learning, experiencing, and all stuff. So yeah, after I am done with Korea, or if Korea decides they're done with me,
done with you.
yeah, then but I'm not planning to leave Korea anytime soon.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's the answer for most people. They're like, if something happens, I'll leave. But so far, I'm quite enjoy being here.
Unless I get kicked out.
God forbid, because I don't know what you would have to do, because you're a very peaceful person. I don't see you getting kicked out.
I don't like problems. I like peace.
Like problems. I want peace.
I want peace.
Yeah, you're very peaceful, so I don't think that would ever happen.
Yeah.
Unless Kenya feels a little fancy and Korea is like, get all the Kenyans out there or something. Get all of them out. I don't see you leaving for
unless I drink all the alcohol, because that's the only thing I do too much of.
You do enjoy your alcohol.
I do enjoy my cup of,
You like it. You like
I
a little
love it.
something,
I love
something here and there. Back when I was watching you on the TV show, actually, I wasn't going to bring it up because I didn't know if you were comfortable talking about it. The scene that remained in my head the most was, I don't know if this was like, the PDs were like, let's make this scene. But it was the scene where you saw either a crutch or a wheelchair that somebody had thrown, and you took it back and you were like, I can give this to my brother. Bitch, I remember I cried. I was like, Jay, stop.
Honestly, we just recreated that part.
Oh, because it's actually happened.
It actually happened.
Oh, okay.
I was just living my Alba that time, And I was working like, when after cleaning, we're just going to throw away trash. And I'm like, yo, people are struggling to use this thing. This is correct. This is in good form.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I'm going to keep this. And if I see others, I'm going to collect.
Yeah.
When I'm going back home, I just need to find a big zipper bag and just load them in. And just go, this. You've been in the streets of Nairobi. You've seen them crawling on the streets. And they're like, it would be nice. Even if, I don't care if they sell them, but I know they need it.
Yeah.
And they cannot afford it.
Yeah.
So I started picking them up. And the ones I was picking them up in my Alba, and I actually had a bicycle to work and I had to ride back. So I was keeping them in the storage of my part-time. So like on a weekend, I would just, come and pick them up and take them home. So that day, because they had a car, the filming crew, they had a car. So I told them, can I put something in the back of the car?
Okay.
So because they are riding me home,
like,
they are riding me home. Yeah. So they're like, and then they asked, "What is that for?"
Yeah.
I told them the reason why I had them, and then they're like, "You know what? Can we just feeling you again,
like
taking them up from there?" And then they had to ask me about it, and then I told them the reason I'm doing this because again, my brother.
Yeah.
And I see them on the streets, and like somebody like it's just like one leg is the problem, but they don't have the clutches to walk in.
So
but then when they're scrolling, they end up deforming. These are other one as well. So I was just collecting, and when the time comes, I would even send it by post.
Yeah.
So after the organization that I was applying for a job for heard about that, they offered to give me 100 clutches and 100 walking stick for the blind.
Stop.
So we sent them all back home.
To Kenya?
Yeah, and my boss then in Kenya helped me distribute
give it to them.
to the people who needed it.
Oh my God, that is so sweet of them to do
And
that.
I asked him, because you don't know what Kenyan people do. So he took pictures actually giving the people, not giving, not
just
doing
random
anything.
folk were like selling them or something
Yeah,
like that.
so it was quite good.
That
so.
is really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I that has always stuck in my head. I was like, that is. I was like,
it
you
is.
go, Jai.
I always think like that. Like, I mean, many people they cannot afford to take care of themselves that way. They don't choose to be, persons with disabilities. They don't have they don't choose to be that. And then when they don't choose to be, some of them are even abandoned by their family, so they have to
especially
fend
in
for
Kenya
themselves.
where there's no like actual education.
Exactly. Exactly. So
Yeah.
I'd be like, these people in Korea, you're playing soccer, you get hurt, you have a clutch.
Oh, and then
And then 3 days later,
throw it
I'm
away.
like, yo, give it to me.
Yeah.
I even actually had posted, if you have clutches you want to throw away,
Yeah.
just
Don't
send
throw
it to.
away, just give it.
Yeah, I give them, because I couldn't give them address to my house. I give them my part-time job house address. So
people just dropping
they
up
would
in
just
your
dropping
house,
them into the Albacage.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's.
I got a few second hands, and then the organization supported me with the new one. So it was quite
really
nice.
really nice, and it's really nice of them to actually want to help and and send stuff back home too for you.
And they actually even wanted to help more because they gave me a job. I went on an interview and I passed.
Really?
They gave me a job, but then again, guess what?
What?
사회복지는
What?
진짜 직업 아니래 한국에서. 아니 한국에서 사회복지 직업으로 등록되지 않아서 비자 뭐를 줄지 몰라. 그 비자 없대. 그 비자 뭐
Is it
줄지
because you're a
모른다고.
foreigner? There's no visa for that.
No, it's actually not registered as a profession, so they don't know what to give
But you're
visa
getting
for
paid, no?
that.
Are you gonna pay?
That's students pay 4 years to study social work. It is not a
What?
profession.
They're
Why
like, yo,
they?
you can't list that for your visa, man.
I think
That
it
is
is registered
crazy.
as a 봉사활동 or something.
Just like volunteering.
Volunteer,
They're like,
yeah.
we don't have volunteering.
So they were struggling to find what visa to give me. That's how I actually ended up doing master's degree because
because your visa was like.
visa was like they don't know what visa to give me for that.
Yeah.
So
Okay, understandable.
yeah.
Wow, that was really fascinating, actually. Like, you have lived a very interesting life. Like, you're one of those Kenyans that I've met that I'm like, this girl has lived.
I mean, I always say if the atmosphere, if the society is tough, at least you or yourself be interesting. Make yourself,
That is true.
do stuff that are interesting to you.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to. Society is always gonna be there. It's always gonna make you
And it's
tell
always
you
gonna
what to
be
do
tough.
or what to.
Yeah.
Just at some point. Go through school, go through stuff. But when you get home, no society is watching you in your home. Have a drink, have a
Just
loud
chilling.
music, and just
Have fun,
go see your friends.
Yeah.
Have a cookout, go to hangang. have
chill
a,
out.
it's up to you to just
That is
you
true.
know, to give in to all this societal pressure.
That is very true. Do you
Yeah.
have any last words for any Kenyans who are looking to come to Korea or anything like that?
Whew.
Because I
If
feel
you're
like a
coming
lot
to
of Kenyans
Korea
are
to
trying.
study,
Yeah.
study.
Please study. Don't come
Please
this way.
study.
If you're a Kenyan, please study.
Please study. If you're coming to Korea
Please.
to study, please
We
study.
beg, please study. If
Please.
you're coming for
First
that.
of all, there's so much competition in the education sector, but just focus on what you actually came here to do. Because
Don't
if
get
you focus on
distracted.
that, if you get distracted, hey, me, I was about to be distracted by soldiers in the CUs every night. Every night,
Way.
my grades went down. I almost lost my
Way.
scholarship. And yo, if you came to study,
Study.
just
Huh?
study.
Yeah, don't be distracted by the party life, the
Woo,
drinking
the
culture in
nightlife.
Korea, the nightlife. Listen, study, get your degree, and then
And
party.
then
Then
party,
have a
yeah.
good time. Yeah.
Because honestly, if you are coming as a student with the goal of staying in Korea longer, that education, that studying, that hard work is actually gonna give you what you're, looking towards. So, yani, you'll be you'll be like, oh, your grades, your blah blah blah. You can even speak Korean and you graduate, and nobody's gonna hire you if you cannot communicate, unless you wanna
You need to
go
learn.
factory.
Oh, wait, shit. Please don't.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I would say please, just if you're coming to Korea with a certain mission, just focus on that, and
Yeah.
everything will be better in the future. So,
Do you think there's a strong Kenyan community here that supports Kenyans who come from Kenya to Korea? Is there like a community that Kenyans can come to in Korea where they're like comfortable?
yes, we have a KCK group. It's actually Kenyans KCK Kenyans
Community
Kenya community in Korea.
in Korea. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
And we have been there. I have been a leader in that thing.
Ooh, okay.
I have been the SG.
You have been here for a long time. You better be a leader, for sure.
Yeah, I have been a leader in that community,
Yeah.
and I would say the bigger community is very big to know who's coming, who's going where. But
Right.
we saw that, and they made the sub regions. So there's Kenyans in Daegu, Kenyans in Seoul,
Ah,
Kenyans
yeah.
in Busan, Kenyans in Jeju. So maybe Daegu you attend 15 people. That is easier for you to
Get closer.
get
with them.
closer,
Yeah.
do this and that. And then
Yeah.
if there's a bigger event, then Daegu is being represented. Oh, this is a student, cannot afford the transport to blah. So you send the people who can
Yeah.
that. And then whatever is being discussed here, you can take it back to the other people who couldn't make it. And it has been, this. Every community has problems, but there's a
Facts.
recent thing that was happening in the group, and I really saw the Kenyan community really
Come
coming
together.
together for
Yeah.
one of our own.
Yeah.
And it's not even finished; it's still ongoing.
Yeah.
But I have really seen what they can do to actually, as long as you please don't bring problems.
Yeah. That's
As
the
long as
thing that
you
nobody
know,
likes.
but even if you have problems, there's a certain degree to which they can be able
Help
to help.
out,
But then
yeah.
if they can, they have to leave it to the authorities or wherever. Then now it's out of their hands.
Yeah.
No?
But if
But
help,
it is
they can
there.
help,
It
yeah.
is there, honestly, and I really witnessed it this past 2 weeks. Wow,
they're just
bless
coming
you, Kenyans
together.
in Korea.
Yeah.
That was wonderful. You know what it is, but
We don't want to air out anybody's
yeah.
business. But
So it
yeah.
is. I would say it is there. It is. Sometimes we get crazy and we start doing political things and that and that and that. But once that is done, somebody's gonna throw in a reel or a meme, and then
something
everybody
funny.
else is out laughing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is there, and
Yeah.
it is big and it's good. Yeah.
So if you're a Kenyan and you're looking to come to Korea, check out KCK.
KCK.
KCK if you're
Yeah.
looking for a community to be part of, because those first few years you might have a hard time having friends. So it's always good to look back at your community where you may speak the same language, have the same culture. So look into that. I'll leave their links down below, and also Jay's links down below if you guys want to connect, because as a Kenyan, it's hard out here. But I love it. I'm enjoying it right now.
And I have some connections too. So
Yeah, especially because you were a student. I feel like you have great connections when it comes to academics, knowing some people in the government. I don't know. I don't know.
well,
You know
okay.
people.
Well, in academic session, yeah, I don't have a problem linking you up with I don't know every school,
Yeah,
but I can link you up with schools that have potential scholarships or this and that, but
Yeah.
outside, you need part-time job. There's this company I know is hiring, blah blah blah. This
Yeah.
like all connections. I mean,
Hit up Jay.
if I don't have it, I know somebody who has
Yes.
it. So
So if you are looking for connections in Korea, hit Jay up. Anyways, guys, that is it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Korea Unfiltered. Thank you so much, Dave, for coming through.
thank you for having me.
Yeah, I had a
was
great
scared
time.
actually.
You were? About
I didn't know what questions you were gonna ask.
because of that. Listen, it's just a natural talk. We're friends.
But yeah, it was
We're
it was nice. Thank you for
Yeah,
having me.
no
and,
problem. I hope
yeah.
you'll come some other day. I think there's a lot to talk
Well,
about.
as long as you have me and have something strong.
a
and
little
not-
bit, a little bit of something. For sure, for sure.
All right.
Anyways, guys, that is it for today's episode, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.